Hey, everybody. I was just hiding behind that thumbnail for a couple minutes. I think I actually started the stream around 5:03. Anyway, well, thanks for tuning in. I already see a ton of comments here on the chat. I think I have half of it. Oh, so it hasn't started. Sorry. Gishar, is that how you pronounce your name? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But hi, everybody. Um, I wanted to ask too. I see Danny Gray there. By the picture on your thumbnail, I feel like I've met you before, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I think, and if I did meet you, if you live in Utah, I think I met you at the LDS Film Festival a few years ago. Uh, maybe it's a different Danny Gray or maybe different Danny. Anyway, let me know in the chat. See if maybe I do. Maybe we have met before. Anyway, well, thanks for joining, everybody. Gosh, it's cool seeing everyone in the chat. Hi to everybody. Hi, let's see, Stephen Kellogg just chat and Amanda. Nice to see everybody here. U of U Red. Oh yeah. Too bad they can't do anything football wise. Are you a U of U football fan? Anyway, okay, so today I think this is I think the first ever Saints Unscripted live stream. And I felt like it might just be fun to give it a try. This one might be a little awkward or weird or not that great, but maybe it'll pave the way for future amazing live streams. Who knows? Oh, okay. Okay, you were on mute. Okay, cool. I got really scared there. No one could hear me. I had never done this before, so I had to learn how to do everything. And I'm always super nervous that it's not going to work or the connection's going to be bad or whatever, but I'm glad it's working. Okay, cool. Okay, so, Danny, been thinking that for a while. I've met before. Okay, well, yeah, I think we met at the LDS Film Festival. If you were there, I think you're a composer, if I remember right. Sorry if I'm telling everybody who you are. Anyway, let's just go. So this Sunday, we're going to release a Saints Unscripted podcast episode, and it's going to be a different kind of episode. And this has been kind of in the works for, gosh, a year. I mean, we didn't have the script written until maybe a few months ago. And David Snell actually wrote the script. He did a really awesome job writing that script, and it's going to be about the witnesses of the Book of Mormon. So we're trying to do some kind of storytelling with it. So we have a ton of like sound effects and a lot of music, and we had a lot of people do character voices, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I think it turned out pretty well, at least for our first time. And we'll only get better. But I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I'm gonna actually be working on a few videos today. And I'm probably going to work on, well, gosh, what am I going to work on? I have a few open here. Let's just open up my screen. Okay. Let me just take a look at some of the comments. Oh, thanks, Brittany. Get the hang of it. Oh. Okay. Oh, Danny, maybe I didn't meet you. You look just like a Danny Gray that I've met. Oh. Okay. So if you see here, this is the episode that we're going to release Sunday, the Saints Unscripted podcast right here. And this is the typical introduction. I think I recorded a new one, but I didn't have it. But maybe we can just take a listen. You can have a little sneak peek, and then I'll kind of be working. Feel free to ask questions or talk to me through the chat. I'll be looking at the chat the whole time. And Gishar asked, the 3 and 8 witnesses are the unofficial witnesses or all in general? We do talk about the 3 and the 8, and we talk about, I mean, can you call, I think we refer to Emma as one of the unofficial, maybe. But we do talk about Mary Whitmer, if anyone knows her story. I actually didn't know her story super well before doing this project. So lucky for me, I have David Snell, who helps me out with stuff, because that guy's an amazing researcher and he's an amazing writer. And that's why the Faith and Beliefs are so great. And they're like our most popular. And he does such a great job. Him and Taylor, man, he edits those so well. So if that answers your question, G Shar, yep, we have a little spot here where we have Mary Whitmer and Moroni. Does anyone know that story? Because I didn't know it. I didn't know the story before doing this, so I felt kind of like a fraud being like the narrator in this podcast. And as I'm reading the script, it'd even be funnier. I was narrating the script and I'm like learning as I go. And whoa, cool. Let's see. But yeah, we have a spot in here where we have someone played Moroni. Well, actually, it was my dad. I had my dad come over to the studio, and he recorded some lines for Moroni, and that was kind of fun. We also have a lot of David and Taylor in there. Sam did a few lines. I think I did one voice other than the narration because we forgot to record it, and I'm kind of playing it close to the chest here, and it's really, I mean, I feel like every week is this week, and you guys know that we went a few weeks without releasing a podcast episode because sometimes I just kind of bite off more than I could chew. And referring to that is this episode was supposed to be 45 minutes long, I think. So, and I was getting there and I get about halfway and I'm like, I can't finish this by Sunday. So now we're doing 2 parts. Oh, let's see. Oh man. Wait, so Amanda, are you throwing shade? Sounds like me as a substitute teacher trying to teach math. Are you throwing shade at me? Me being a little clunky and awkward on here? Sorry about that if that's true. That's why I love to just record and then edit, because I edit myself so much. I mean, if you guys, I could probably make a playlist of like 15 to 20 minute videos of just footage that I've cut. My footage and my speaking in episodes out could be a whole playlist on its own. I would not like that playlist. Okay, so let's I'm just gonna jump in and let's go for it. This is here, I'll have you listen to the start of it just because it's kind of fun. Plates or not. In the minds of thousands throughout the world, did he have the golden plates or not? In the minds of thousands throughout the world, many have questioned and wondered, did Joseph Smith actually receive a set of gold-colored plates from an angel or not? Of course, this wasn't a new question. It's one that even those who eventually saw and handled the plates were initially plagued by.
So, Martin, did you hear about that Joe Smith kid and his golden Bible?
Martin Harris knew and thought highly of the young Joseph Smith. His farm was not but a couple of miles from the Smith family farm near the Palmyra-Manchester border. But Martin hadn't yet heard anything about this gold Bible business. Martin's brother... Okay, so I'll skip forward a little bit. That was just a little taste. I feel like I have a lot more music in this, but the beginning is just kind of ambient noise and some voices. I wanted to show you I'll show you a line. It's kind of a fun line that David says, and let's see. And yeah, we do have a podcast, Katrina. It's fairly new. I think we've only released 9 episodes, 9 or 10. I lost count because last week or a couple weeks ago, I knew the count, and then we've released a couple since then. So it's either 9 or 10. And yeah, it's basically just me. I'm kind of going through a faith crisis. It's been I guess it's been about a year now since it's kind of all started. And it's kind of crazy because I filmed so many episodes in October and November, and it's crazy because me in December and me in January and then me in February are different versions of Jake than who I am now, or how much I've progressed or learned in this faith crisis. So I'm quite different from. Let's see, what's the episode we filmed released last week? Was it Justin? We just did an episode with Justin talking about toxic, like having a toxic relationship with God, and that was filmed in October. And so I still am trying to figure things out. I'm in a pretty good spot. We moved to a new ward, and we're getting along really well with a lot of members, and the bishop's so awesome. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool learning process because I've been able to meet so many people and have conversations with so many people that have provided absolutely amazing insights. So yeah, subscribe. Were the last episodes released in 2019? No, maybe you're talking about the Saints Unscripted audio. Guess that was a long answer. I'm sorry about that. I should have stayed on topic. Gosh, I told myself I was going to do this for like an hour, but maybe it'll go longer because I can't stay on topic. But yeah, there we do Saints Unscripted audio. You can find where you find your podcasts, and then our podcast is the Saints Unscripted podcast. Yeah, if any of you have cool name ideas. We would very much appreciate it. All of our really awesome name ideas, we generated a ton of good ones, and maybe we could have gone with a few of them, but a lot of them that were just really awesome had the name Mormon in it, and it's just been too much. Plus, the prophet kind of said not to say the name Mormon again, even though, man, it's so great to use in titles and names and stuff. Anyway. Hi, Contact 360. Oh, Moira from England. Nice to have you here. Play back the part about the Bainbridge trial. Bainbridge trial. I don't think we have that in here. I'll look that up unless that's a bad thing. Maybe I'm exposing myself. I don't know anything about church history. Oh, I try to, but let's see. How do you guys or you choose the theme or topic for the podcast? So we did a lot of like meetings with the Saints Unscripted team, and we thought that the topic we tried to choose a season, right? Instead of just each episode's a new topic. So we chose the season Faith Crisis, and we're just going to do probably about 15 to 16 episodes just on Faith Crisis. That's what we currently have right now, but maybe we'll do more. Maybe we'll just cut it short. And we're trying to think of some new topics to do for season 2. So if any of you have any ideas, we're thinking it might be fun to do a few episodes on polygamy, maybe like a 5-episode mini season, or maybe about temples. It's wide open. There's so many really cool ideas. Or maybe we'll just do Faith Crisis for the rest of my life. Let's see. Okay. Oh, audio, yes. Yeah, the Saints Unscripted audio. If you want to do the Saints Unscripted podcast, it's got a green thumbnail, just with bold letters, Saints Unscripted podcast. Part. No, entertainthem.com. No, we don't have any of that in the episode. Maybe we should have included it. I don't know. I've maybe heard of that once in my life, but no, that's not included in the episode. The only time when we have Moroni on the road in the episode is when he goes to tell Mary Whitmer, thanks for, putting up with Joseph and Oliver and David and all of them. And she got to see the plates, which was way cool. I wonder why no one ever had her put a statement out. Maybe she never told Joseph. Did Joseph never know that Moroni went to Mary Whitmer? Maybe Moroni showed up to a lot of people. That'd be cool. And we just know about Mary Whitmer somehow. If you ever want anyone to come. Oh, thanks, Danny. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for that. That's awesome. I think I've seen you comment once, but it's been a while. So yeah, that sounds like an awesome topic. Okay, here's the cool part. Where it's another David Snell line, and I think he is Martin Harris. Yeah. So David did Martin Harris's voice in this podcast, and Taylor did Oliver Cowdery, and then they also did a bunch of other voices, and I think they did a lot of mob voices too, which you'll hear in a second here. Okay, I will begin it now. Oh, I just realized the camera was on the screen. I was like looking at the camera, really engaging with the camera. Anyway, well, talk about learning on the go. Okay, so let's go back to the screen and we'll play some of the podcast.
Old man cider and got him half drunk, but then he told us all about it.
Once again, Martin gave audience to the hearsay.
How do you know that he has not got such gold plates?
Martin challenged. Their reply would sum up the thoughts of unbelievers for the next 200 years.
Damn him, angels appear to men in this enlightened age. Damn him, he ought to be tarred and feathered for telling such a damn lie.
Suppose he had told a lie.
Martin retorted.
As old Tom Jefferson said, it did not matter to him whether a man believed in one God or 20. Did not rob his pocket, nor break his shins. What is it to us if he has told a lie? He has to answer for it if he has lied. If you should tar and feather all the liars, you would soon be out of funds to purchase the material.
After the encounter, Martin silently concluded that he'd get to the bottom of this gold Bible. Business.
This is something besides smoke,
he thought.
There's some fire at the bottom of it.
But life in 1827 was Oh, and I just looked up the Bainbridge trial, by the way. I guess I didn't know it by name, but yeah, I am familiar with that. The Josiah Stoll and all that. If I'm correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that is not in this episode. Maybe we'll do an episode kind of about that stuff if we do specifically about seer stones or any of that stuff. That'd be cool. That'd be a really cool topic. That'd be really fun. Martin listened to the story of the plates. Upon their return, Martin... Oh, and did you hear David swear? That's kind of fun to tease him about that.
Well, listen here.
One of the men said.
Joseph's old man himself told us the story. Of course, we put whiskey into the old man's cider and got him half drunk, but then he told us all about it.
Once again, Martin gave audience to the hearsay.
How do you know that he has not got such gold plates?
Martin challenged. Their reply would sum up the thoughts of unbelievers for the next 200 years. Okay, so there was a part in here that I needed to edit a little bit. This was about when Martin Harris's wife and daughter went over to meet the Smiths and talk to him about this kind of stuff. They couldn't see the plates, but they could hold the plates in that was wrapped in linen or in a box. And I haven't found a good sound effect to sound like someone's hefting some heavy, gold plate object and then setting it down. I was thinking about just getting something that sounded heavy and a thud and maybe a little metallic clink, but I've kind of had a hard time with that. But I do have a ton of sound effects that I have that like padlocks and what else did I have? Metallic clinks. I think I have something there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. What's this one called? Oh, metallic clinks. Can you guys hear that? That was my best try at just finding something metallic-y or something. I don't know. I've got to work on that. I've got to find some better sound effects or some heavy.
They were about as much as I could lift.
Martin's daughter remarked. Oh, do you recognize that voice? Can anyone recognize who this is?
The box.
They were about as much as I could lift.
Martin's daughter remarked.
They were very heavy.
Of course, hefting a heavy load was...
Anyway,
They were about as much as I...
I'll let you guys see if you can find out. Okay, so let's move on. I think I have everything else though pretty much ready. I'll just have you guys listen to the sound, the music at the end. Here, I'll mute the soundtrack so I can keep a little bit of like anticipation. But here's some of the music at the end that just made me get so pumped. Do you feel inspired? I'm just kidding. It'd be cool if I was good on the fly. I could just speak some beautiful soliloquies over this music. Oh, Moira, you were told about seer stones. by
Perhaps
Moira. That's cool.
I should withdraw from the rest of you.
Oh, whoops.
My
Taylor's voice slipped in there. Wait just a second. Wait. Do we have two Martin Harrises? I thought Taylor just spoke and he was Martin Harris. I thought David, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh gosh. So many voices and so many people that did this. It was so cool. It was so fun. Oh, let's hear the padlocks. Well, let's see if I can find him. If I look under P, right? There's so many here. Oh, there's one. Okay. Is this yay or nay, everybody, for the golden plates? See, it's not that great. If it was like a big padlock, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Oh, who is the artist for that music? Let me see. So it looks like I got this off of Audio Blocks. Oh yeah, I guess I do remember getting a few from Audio Blocks. If you can look up on Audio Blocks Fortitude, it's this song right here. Whoops. Sorry if that was like really loud. Jeez. Yeah, Fortitude. I'm not sure. It doesn't really nay on the sound. Oh, pitch shift it down. Yeah, it's a little loud and a little. Yeah, I'll work with the pitch on that. Good suggestion there. Okay, well that's now. So I've been working in After Effects. So if you can see this, I put the audio here. And I'm making like a waveform for it. And so because I'm putting this on YouTube as well, and I don't want to just be sitting in front of a camera trying to read the shift so well. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. If it'll play back. Oh, it's playing back pretty well. So you guys can hear it. Go there.
Show that to Martin. Martin would put forth his best ability to bring that work before the world.
Isn't that cool? I love those sound waves, those waveforms. If you guys remember, there's been a few episodes where the camera.
The Spirit of God spoke to Martin's soul, revealing to
more
him
like the camera has overheated on us, and I had to just take a screenshot and make it black and white and up the contrast, and then I'd put a sound wave over it. That happened with Richard Ostler's episode, and that happened with me once. I think that happened on Don Bradley's episode. Both amazing episodes. Oh, I can't believe I was able to have those two gentlemen on the show. Though that was so amazing. That was so fun. Don Bradley being one of my favorite authors, and Richard Ostler. Obviously, I read his Listen, Learn, and Love, and I was a fan of his podcast. Really, really an amazing experience having them on and meeting them. Needs to be heavier. I agree, Danny. Needs to be way heavier. Okay, so I've already exported this, rendered it out. Now, here's my little intro. I'll show you guys. Now, here's my little intro that I did for the episode coming out Sunday. It's of the same podcast, but since it's going on YouTube too, I did a little like video intro. So let's just see. I feel like I look really dorky. Hey, welcome back to the Saints Unscripted podcast. Today we have a really special episode, and it's going to be about the witnesses of the Book of Mormon. He's a Maine Coon. Now, I just found out he's a Maine Coon. I really wanted to. We just found out. He's a Maine Coon. He's going to get so big. Does anyone have Maine Coons out there? They just keep eating and eating and eating. It's crazy, and they just never seem satisfied. We just got them new food, and because they've been just tearing up our house, and just we came home once, and my wife Martha, she loves cupcakes. Oh, hi, Austin from Bellingham, Washington, USA. But yeah, they knocked over her cupcakes. I think she had like 16 of them. Luckily they didn't get sick, but they like ate the whole thing. And we have a dog too, so we have two of these Maine Coon cats, little kitties. They're little kittens still, I think. Just a few months old. And then we have a border collie, and and she's really, really well behaved. But we picked up the cats to take them to their room so they wouldn't get into anything anymore. And as we were walking by our dog, she kind of gets up and she's hiding this cupcake wrapper under her paws. Oh, it was so cute. But yeah, she did get in trouble. Anyway, so I also wanted to talk about we have this really awesome graphic designer that does all of our thumbnails. Her name's Paula, and I asked her today if I could say her name in this, because she sent me this really cool like thumbnail or cover art. Oh, is anyone else having sound difficulties? The sound keeps on going in and out. Oh man, is anyone else having sound issues? It says my stream status is excellent. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I do keep on switching the audio from my computer audio when I'm playing a clip or something to my microphone audio. Oh, let me know. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, that's what I was so scared of. Maybe next time. If there is a next time, maybe Saints Unscripted will be like, yeah, you're done, Jake. Okay, anyway, I'm going to show you guys this cool cover that Paula made. Oh, sound is fine. Minus. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, Contact 360 or Moira, right? Moira, sorry about that. Okay, so let's go and see this. Isn't that awesome? Oh, that is so cool. Like, she did such a good job, and she did that in such a quick amount of time. I kind of wanted it to be sort of reminiscent or base it off of Rachel Maddow's podcast. Now, I don't watch her for politics or anything on her network, but she did this really cool podcast about Spiro Agnew, who was the vice president with Richard Nixon. It was really cool. It was really sweet. And she kind of had this thumbnail thing on her YouTube channel, and it was sort of like this. This is quite a bit different, but I think it's better. If you guys ever go on YouTube and see that, let me know. What do you think? Sound is fine. If it cuts out, listen with the spirit. I didn't say a prayer. I should have said a prayer before this. Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna just start editing this too. I feel like I have to just be talking the whole time, but I'll be looking at the chat and I'll just start editing this because I have to get this out pretty soon so we can upload it to YouTube and I can, actually have a relaxing weekend. And let's go for it. Boy, the Witnesses, Part 1. The Witnesses, Part 1. Oh, real quick. When you guys watch this Sunday's episode, watch all the way through the outro because there's a little. And I guess I'll just show you now. Oh, the heck? I must have deleted the thing. Anyway, it goes to this. And I forgot to introduce my beautiful kitty. His name's Calcifer. He is a Maine Coon, so hopefully, it's so funny. We'll see him get a lot bigger than this. He's still a kitty, but lately I can't even contain myself to tell everybody that we have Maine Coon cats. Because I just think that's so cool. If you don't know what a Maine Coon cat is, which I didn't about a week ago, Google that because they're these huge cats, and if they grow to their full size, if we assume they'll get to their full size, then they will be almost as big as our border collie. Our border collie is mixed with an Aussie, so she's kind of short and cute and small. But that'll be crazy. Oh, they can team up and beat her up. We're a little nervous about that. Okay. All right, so I need to still put in the waveform. Did I import that? Oh. Now I thought I put that in the correct format so the black wouldn't be there. That might be fine. Anyone else have problems like that? Feel like I do the right settings and it just turns out black. Lame. Well, if I do this, oh, it's not bad. You can still see it. Okay. So we start here. Let's do that. Enjoy the Witnesses, Part 1. I guess I gotta put the sound on.
I'm Jake Watson, and this is the Saints Unscripted podcast. I'm Jake Watson, and this is the Saints Unscripted podcast, where we have conversations about faith crisis, topics that may be triggering about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Gospel, church history, prophets, the Book of Mormon and the Bible, and so many other things. This is Season 1, Faith Crisis. Did he have the golden plates or not? In the minds of thousands throughout the world, many have questioned and wondered, did Joseph Smith actually receive a set of gold? This is a Saints Unscripted original podcast and is hosted and executive produced by me, Jacob Watson, and Saints Unscripted. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll do a little fade out. Could be a little dramatic. All right, I hope you enjoyed that episode. It's our first one that we've done. Where did I put that file? Put the wrong file in. Oh, I'm exposing myself right now. It's not good. Making myself look pretty bad. Let's do, I'm not organized at all. I already know what Tyson would say. You guys know Tyson, right? You've seen some of his episodes. I think he's been on one episode. And then he edits all of the main Saints Unscripted episodes. He's behind all of those. There we go. Fix that file. Okay, I think I just need a color grade. I think I need to fix the color grading a little bit. Hi, Jason T. Scott West. And thank you, Danny. I wasn't sure how this would go. I wasn't sure if anyone would be here either. I'd be like, I was worried I'd just be alone. So it's really awesome to have a lot of you on here. And a lot of you in the chat too. It's really cool. Makes me not feel too much of like an idiot. Oh, I guess I just... And thanks, Moira. It's our first one that we've released that way.
hopefully we'll continue to improve. James Murphy, you know nothing about Mormons? Oops. You know nothing about Mormons? Well, gosh, we have a whole YouTube page devoted to helping people like you learn about Mormons. If you really don't know about Mormons, seriously, we have a lot of great videos. Or if you're just kidding around. But we do have a lot of really awesome videos. I think let me check. I feel like we have over 500 or something. Let's see. There should be some uploads. Will they tell me? I thought I saw somewhere can tell you how many videos you've uploaded. Anyway. Brendan Wilson, have you tried the Adobe beta versions? What are you referring to exactly? Like the beta, like the beta premiere, beta audition? Are you talking about something specific, or maybe I don't know what you're talking about? I have done Adobe for a while. I was actually lucky when I was a teenager. My dad started working for Adobe, and but a little bit before that was I was kind of doing stuff in high school with that, and well, gosh, actually way back then, like middle school or junior high or something. We me and my buddies used to make a ton of movies, and so though you guys will never find those movies. I think they're still on YouTube. If you find them, let me know. But I really hope you don't find them. They're pretty rough. It was a rough conversation and experience when my wife Martha, when we were dating, and one of my friends brought them up and had her watch all of them. It was rough. Oh, cringe. It was so cringe. It was bad. All right, I hope you enjoyed that episode. It's our first one that we've released that way. Hopefully we'll continue to improve. Oh, as far as Joseph Smith's relationship with the occult, probably not this season. This season's more just based on like more of a personal journey or whatever. Oh, that kind of sounds dumb. It's more like a personal me having questions that I actually have, and then going out and having these experts or people with experiences with those things talk about it. And so we possibly can do a season later about some of those things. I don't know if I don't know if Saints Unscripted will do content like that. Shouldn't rule it out though. But yeah, like the Jupiter talismans and stuff. Well, that's guess I know what I'm doing later tonight. I'm gonna be looking up stuff. I don't know if I've ever heard much of that stuff. Personal. Okay, I thought personal journey doesn't sound dumb. Oh well, thanks. Entertain them. Thank you. I am a master at like the whole like self-deprecating stuff. Like I just like to bag on myself so much. Anyway, let's get out of that. Oh yeah. You know it, Brendan. Those cringy old videos. Oh man. All right. Hi, Maggie. Thanks for joining. If you just joined now, or maybe you were just a passive viewer. Do we have any viewers out there that haven't entered the chat yet? That'd be cool to say what's up. All right, well, I think I'm just about ready to package this thing, send it out for approval to the scary Saints Unscripted board. I don't know. What do we call them? Saints Unscripted bosses. Been watching a lot of gang movies like mob or mafia movies. So thinking about bosses, yeah, it's kind of funny. Hi, Caro. Nice to have you on. Anyone else? Oh, you just joined. Okay, cool. You're off the hook then, Maggie. I won't blame you for being a passive viewer. Just kidding. Okay. I think I was gonna fine tune the color a little bit. You guys want to see what the color looks like before? So I hit this. That's kind of my creative LUT folder. And that kind of gives me just that little bit final of a color grade. And then this one is my layer that handles all of the corrections. Excuse me, I had to mute myself on that one. Okay. And then check my skin tones. Oh, Caro, yes. Oh, that's nice of you. He is Iesu? Oh, is there a way you can type out how to pronounce that? Is it Iesu or Iesu? It's kind of hard to type out pronunciations of stuff, but I'd love to figure out because I've seen you comment a lot before, but I don't know if I ever know how to pronounce that. Maggie Doyle. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello, Thomas Baker. How the heck are you? Nice to have you join. Or yes, Moira, thank you. Okay, so he is okay. These videos have helped me. Oh, they've helped you. Thank you. He is ESU. That's one really cool thing about being part of Saints Unscripted is you just make content that you just love making content. Love the topics that you make, and oh gosh, let me try that again. It's just a great being a part of Saints Unscripted. You get to make content that you believe in and that you love, and that hopefully, with the goal in mind to help others. So that's cool. Thanks for commenting that. And yes, G-Shar, this is more just about behind the scenes. We can do topics later. I think it'd be fun to do a live stream of like an interview like we usually do. But yeah, sorry, maybe I could have explained that at the start. Sorry if you've been hanging on we've been going for 50 minutes. Apologize. It's just me just jumping on and editing, and we're going to push out this episode really soon. But not before... It says Zoom 9. Yeah, not before I edit the audio, of course. And he is a Yesu. Oh, thank you. Polynesian. Oh, cool. I wonder if that would have been easy for me to just Google that. Thank you for answering me, by the way. That's awesome. I guess I'll go full screen. So I see a comment on here from... Oh, he's a Yesu. Oh, yeah. How's your faith crisis going? I was going through mine these past few months. Oh, okay. Are you still kind of going through that? I don't mean to get too personal if you don't want to be just through this chat, but yeah, I think I'm in a good spot. There's still some things that get me so triggered. Oh my goodness. Like I feel like I go from like 0 to 100 so fast. Like and I wish I was better about that. I wish I could just chill out. Not that I'm like discounting what I'm feeling, because I feel like, some feelings that we have are real, but I just get so fired up on certain things. And so the faith crisis is going okay. I actually am trying to go to church a little more regularly. I know it's hard with the pandemic, But there was a time for a while that I just had no interest, like absolutely no interest at all, going to church or meeting anybody at church. Even though I still didn't mind reading the Book of Mormon, I've always loved the Book of Mormon for some reason. Like even if I didn't want to go to church or be active, I was still wanting to read the Book of Mormon, which is kind of funny. Praying's always been hard. Praying and reading, though. I mean, geesh. Does anyone else have a hard time with that? Am I the only one who has a really hard time praying and reading? Oh gosh. Church is a little easier because it's only once a week. Let's see. Check the chat. Oh yes, G-Shar. Yeah, I would love to have more of the people that are behind the camera join to come in front of the camera. So keep trying, keep commenting. Maybe we'll get some more people. I mean, I thought I'd never be in front of the camera. I mean, I've been behind the camera for Saints Unscripted for over 4 years. And then I just got, I never thought I would. It's weird, and I'm not, I never thought I would ever do something like that. Because I'm so comfortable behind the camera. That's what I love to do, is do camera work or photography or stuff like that. But it's okay. I mean, days like today, I'm like, ugh, man, being in the camera, being in front of the camera, I'm just not good at that. All right, let me put that back. Oh, he is a ESU. Yeah, no, I'm back. Okay, cool. Do you have an IG? Yeah, I do. I should have made like a little graphic to come on to like pop up. But yeah, it's just jacob.watson0_0. Yeah, give me a follow. Send me a DM. Yes, he is ESU. I agree about, if to fall away from the church, to not. I don't know if I could either, because yeah, the Book of Mormon, and maybe I shouldn't rule that out completely. I really don't want to just, be making this show to, okay, the end goal is the church, or the end result is only staying in the church and not falling away. I don't think I'll fall away. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. And I've been extremely blessed to, find some things out and learn and kind of grow in some respects. But yeah, I agree. The Book of Mormon, I don't think I could ever really lose my testimony of that. And that's what's cool about the Witnesses of the Book of Mormon, this episode that's coming out Sunday, is it talks about one of the most fascinating things, and why I wanted to make an episode about the Witnesses is because, many of them fell away from the church, and many of them had problems with the church, and many of them had fallings out with Joseph Smith, but they never denied their testimony of the Book of Mormon. There were a few that got close, but they never ever did. They never ever did. I think one of the closest ones was they beat, I think it was Hiram Page. I'm going to sound so dumb if I say the name wrong, but I think it's Hiram Page, and we talk about this in the episode that's coming out Sunday, and he's almost beaten to death. And oh gosh, maybe I'm getting the story wrong, because I know he's almost beaten to death. Maybe I should go listen to my own podcast and learn for myself. It's kind of hard when I edit and get into some of this and do a lot of content. I feel like I don't really listen to it. Maybe I could work on that, because I feel like I just worked on this Witnesses episode, and sure, I gleaned some stuff from it, but I feel like, gosh, I feel like if someone were to ask me specifically, I don't know if I'd remember. So anyway, someone is confronted whether to deny their testimony or witness of the plates, or confirm it. And I think all this person says is, well, I saw the plates. They were real, and there were ancient engravings on them, but, there's no way to know if it was translated correctly. I believe that was right. And for some reason, I want to say it was Hiram Page, but I don't think it was Hiram Page. It might have been John Whitmer. See, now I'm just digging myself in a bigger hole. I'm going to stop there and refer everybody to the podcast on Sunday. Okay. Oh, Caro. Caro or Caro? I'm really sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. What advice would you give to a friend who tells you that he or she is having a faith crisis? That's hard. Your IG? Is it Instagram? Is that what you mean? Sorry, I just got distracted. So let's go back to Caro, your comment. So what advice would I give? Oh, it's hard because I feel like I'm not qualified to give any advice to anybody. I maybe I can tell you about a person that I was able to speak. Well, two guys. It was the episode with Dan Ellsworth and Jacob Hess, and it's a long episode. I think it's like 45 to 50 minutes, maybe almost an hour, and they talk about a mindful way to approach or navigate a faith crisis. I think is kind of the gist of it. Yeah, a mindful approach to faith crisis, and it's just kind of you have a few reactions, right? I know when I first had mine. That sounds weird. That sounds so funny. But when I was first starting to go through this and I was really uncertain about a lot of things and I was confused and part of me was like, who am I? Because throughout my whole life I had, learned, okay, I'm a child of God. I'm supposed to follow this path and, reach eternity and get exaltation and all that. And then it seemed to be thrown threw me for kind of a loop, and I wanted to react, one of two ways. I wanted to freak out and just leave the church and be ticked off for the rest of my life and not have anything to do with it and never pray again. And then there's another route where you overvalidate or you hide things or you suppress things. You're like, nope, I've learned that this was true. At least they explain this a lot better. And then there's like a middle route. So you don't choose any of those extremes and you try to go the middle route and you try to be mindful. You try to take things slow. You try to just breathe. You try to just take some time. And they give a really cool example. Dan in the episode, and I recommend watching that. It's long, I know, and I know most of the episodes that I make are long. I mean, I don't know, what is your guys' average watch time? Can you maybe comment what's your and be honest, like if your average watch time is like 30 seconds of the Saints Unscripted podcast, that's okay. Oh gosh. I wonder how I would be if I was, more of in the audience and someone was making these, and I wonder if I'd be watching the full things. I'd be curious. Do you guys watch the whole thing? I know there's analytics that'll tell us if I get on and try to find out and talk to people that are part of the team. I'm just curious. What do you guys in this chat? What do you say? How long do you watch? So anyway, I know that was I have a really hard time staying on topic, as I've said before, Carl. But yeah, that episode really helped me. Having that conversation with those two really helped me. And that example was with Dan. Is he got really sick one day, and it was in the early days before the internet, so before you could just Google, which I'm not super aware of. But so he says, and he was in his college dorm, and he was really sick. He couldn't leave, and he had read something from a book or something, because I don't know how he would have read it if he didn't have the internet. Maybe he had some book, and it really shook his testimony, and made him start to question a lot of things and sort of start to enter this faith crisis and a lot of doubt and a lot of pain and distress. And then, but he couldn't leave his apartment because what he said he would have done if he could have left was he would have gone to the university library and he would have just sulked sulked and soaked all this negative antagonistic stuff about his beliefs. And maybe it would have been a different outcome, but he wasn't able to leave, and he just had to sit in that. you know? And that was kind of an interesting story and example that he brought up because, again, I want to go the extreme, either go nuts and go crazy and start a rampage, or just completely hide things and suppress and pretend they never existed. So anyway, that would be kind of my advice. Sorry, I kind of went on that. I've been talking to a lot of people that I know about that episode, and how awesome that those two were to come on and just be really great. Maggie, are you asking me to check that out so you can copy and paste it? Let me know. Sorry, I'm just getting through a lot of these. Your IG? Oh, should I just, is it my Instagram? I feel so silly. So narcissistic. There it is. If that's what you were asking. Feel really cringe telling people, oh yeah, this is my Instagram. Come. Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay, I'm just getting through all these. I'm sorry about that, Maggie. Ugh, thanks for being patient with me. Everybody. And he says, do you think that 2 of the 3 witnesses felt the same, even with the knowledge of the book? As soon as I type that, you just say it. Oh, did I say it? Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember what did I say there. Okay. Okay. Yes, that's a really good comment, Moira. The faith on Jesus Christ. That's what I've kind of had to relearn, I think, is to try to base it back on him. And it's been really helpful for me, because, you know, I got so caught up in a lot of the negative things that the church or prophets or leaders have done or haven't done in the history, and having a really hard time, you know, just wanting to be part of the church. Sure, I can still believe in Jesus. Sure, I can still believe in God and all that. But, you know, what I've had to really grapple with and confront is the best way for me, or the best place for me, you know, while I still believe some of those core things, is the best place to be in the church. That's been a hard thing. And I'm probably not done confronting that. So we'll see. Brian Hales did say something in our polygamy episode, and he said, you know, the church is kind of only there to help us get closer to God or progress closer to God or something like that. And that kind of helped me. Sure, I don't know anything. I'm not an expert really in anything. But hearing all these great people come on the podcast and talk about that stuff, that was really impactful from Brian to me. I'll paste my, yeah. Okay, cool. Finally, Maggie. Jeez, I keep going back to that. Okay. Oh, he is Iesu? You watch all of it? Does that mean you watch all of the episodes? That's so cool. Oh, and Valerie. Hey, Valerie. I love watching the whole thing, but usually in chunks. Oh, yeah, chunks throughout the day. That's totally understandable. I do that stuff all the time, but you love watching the whole thing? That's so cool. Sometimes I always wonder, you know, I make all these episodes and just wonder if it's gonna just totally bomb. Oh gosh, we've been going 1 hour and 6 minutes. Maybe I'll just keep going a little bit. I mean, you guys can check out anytime, obviously, but oh, that's so cool. I love that you guys watch this. Longer episodes are better. I watch and listen while I'm working. Oh, that's so cool. That's actually a great idea. But that's what I do like about podcasts. I listen to a bunch of podcasts with my wife, and we kind of have a long commute every day. And usually I'm driving about 2 hours a day sometimes. And that's when podcasts are so awesome. Celeste Morgan. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yes. I'll watch them while I do something else. Cool. David. Play it in the background while I sleep or nap. Okay. Do you ever fall asleep with my voice in your ear? Have I ever been in any of your dreams? Just sorry. Weird. So I can't edit that one out. I gotta just deal with that. I just gotta sit here and deal with what I just said. Let's see. Oh, cool, Moira. Yep. Hopefully we've been making some cool topics. This Sunday will be cool. Next Sunday we'll just do part 2. And then actually I was going to look at the schedule and see what we're kind of looking at, give you a little sneak peek on what we're going to do in the near future. Okay. So it looks like we have Stephen Jones coming on the podcast. Do you guys do you remember Stephen Jones? Does anyone know Stephen Jones? He came on and talked about the priesthood ban on African American or people of color within the church. That was a really cool episode. He had a really good insight, and that kind of reminds me of what you said. Let me make sure I get that right. Someone in here said that when they have a hard time, they just focus on Jesus. Oh, Moira, yeah. Yeah, you'll like that episode then. That he echoes a lot of what you just said there. Oh, Celeste, you're saying that last Sunday a member who was excommunicated was able to come, and that was, oh, cool. Wow. You know what? Knowingly, oh, well, we did do, I have met one person that was excommunicated and then came back. I don't know if I ever, personally knew, I don't really personally know a lot of people. I wish I did. Not necessarily that I wish I just, you guys know what I mean, right? Oh, this chat is wacky. I'm trying to like scroll through so I can get everybody. Oh, Danny. Oh, thanks for that comment. Will the video be up Sunday? Brendan, yes, it will. Mark my words. You guys just saw me finish this video with my lovely face. Should I make that big? Gosh. Where is it? Time to find Jake's face. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. No shame. Let's get out of here. Anyway. Oh yeah, I needed to check the skin tone on that, didn't I? I'll be back in the chat. Just give me a second. Awkward moment, yep. I'm a little delayed too. I'm just getting through. Oh, thanks, Brendan. Thank you very much. And thank you, Moira. Thank you for that comment. Okay, let's do this skin tone before I get distracted again. Do we have any video editors out there? Anyone's watching this and think, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Let's see how this is. Oh, it's not bad. So for those of you that are watching this screen here, we have, for those of you watching the screen, that's the only thing that you see. Oh yeah, no you don't. I'm blocking it. There we go. Oh. So this little thing is how I get to check the skin tones. And this little red line here is my glasses, so I ignore that. Usually it's right around here. It's a little shorter line, and I want that right on that line, just to make the skin just the way it's supposed to be. And it's kind of hard sometimes because sometimes I have to go greener than what I think. Like this is what it looked like before. Right? Skin tone looks fine, right? On all your screens probably it looks fine. Maybe a little pink, and then you turn that on and it kind of gets a little oranger, a little greener. It's kind of a hard thing to overcome because sometimes you look at skin and it's like, man, it looks great the way it is. I don't want to have it be, correct or whatever. But gotta do it. All right. Skin looks fine. You know what, guys? I'll just be honest. I am not a fan of the color, how this turned out. I'm just not a fan of it. But you know what? I don't have time to refilm. I'm just not a fan of this color. I'm having a hard time color grading this. Just Ooh, Maggie, you're in seminary right now. Okay. Do I have any interesting information on seminary? Hmm. Gosh, I had the worst senior year in seminary. I had the worst senior year. I just did not like the teacher at all. He would always like just randomly call on people. Maybe they still do that. Maybe I just can't remember high school that well, even though it hasn't really even been that long. But always just go like he'd talk about this weird topic. I don't know, some super lame topic or I don't sorry. Now you know my feelings towards this guy. And you're just trying to sit there, you're just trying to listen, and he would just fold his arms and be like, "What do you think about that, Jake?" And it'd be like he'd talk about something that you don't really have a ton of thoughts about, and he'd just constantly do that. And it's funny that I bring that up because me listening to me talk about that, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. Gosh. Therapy right here. I'm learning a lot about myself. So interesting information on, oh, they still do that. Oh, I am so sorry you're still going through that. Although seminary is pretty cool. I had a pretty good seminary, just my senior year. Maybe I was just had attitude. It was probably the same. But I did have some awesome teachers and some awesome experiences in seminary. Oh, Brendan, you're a visual effects artist. That's way cool. What do you work on mostly? What programs do you do? I know Blender and like I guess I'm trying to think of other things, but like, do you do Cinema 4D? I've always wanted to kind of work with Cinema 4D. Or do you do 3D stuff, or do you do a lot of animation? I'd be really interested to hear what you think. Oh, that's really cool. He is ESU. Yeah, it's a really hard thing for me to understand that. And that's really cool that you put that there because it just bothers me so much. I mean, okay, let's get a tally. Like, I'll say something a little personal. Who, if anyone out there in this chat or is watching this in the future that watches General Conference, it is very early in the morning. Oh, I'm so sorry, Maggie. I never did that. Luckily, I grew up in Utah though, so they had it really available. Maybe you don't live in Utah. I mean, you don't have to say where you live, but maybe it's somewhere where it's not super available during the school hours, regular school hours. Anyway, I have over the past few years or so, I get so annoyed when I watch a general conference session and, you know, there's just not enough Jesus in it. I don't know. I really wish that we could get that a little bit more from the leaders, and the prophets and stuff. And I mean, they're extremely wise, and they're very smart, and I think they all have the best intentions in mind. I feel like they all have the best intentions. I just wish I could, from how they're the 12 apostles or the 70 or the first presidency, they're like witnesses of Christ, right? Like, I can't call myself, well, I guess I can be a witness of Christ, being baptized and taking the sacrament and all, but like they have that specific official calling and title and setting apart. I just wish there was just a little bit more Jesus and I could hear Jesus from, one of those special witnesses. So that's been kind of bugging me. He is at ESU. It's just been, I feel like he just watched General Conference and it's just a lot of opinion. Um, and op-eds, just I just wish I could just come to Jesus more. And obviously that's something I need to do personally too. Like just can't say, well, I couldn't come to you, Jesus, because your apostles and prophets didn't talk to you enough. And he's like, well, you could have done that on your own. Yeah, okay. a lot of compositing work in 3D. You know what got me hired to work with Saints Unscripted is I really tried to impress them that I could do rotoscoping, and and I guess I was the only applicant that could do rotoscoping. And I got the job. And you know what? Since I've started working for Saints Unscripted, I think I've done rotoscoping maybe once or twice. There is an episode where Justin, he's talking about strengthening your muscles or spiritual muscles or something, and he does this in the episode. And I put in like a little dumbbell in there, and it didn't look that great. It was fun, but I think that was the only time I had to use like compositing or painting out things and rotoscoping. That's really cool though. Oh, you grew up with Cinema 4D. That's sweet. I wish I could get into that. In England, it's early evening, about 7 p.m. Okay. Jesus is such a beautiful person to talk about. Agreed. You know, through this whole faith crisis process, I guess one thing, if people ask me how I'm doing, I think a really amazing fruit that has come from this is like more of a personal understanding of the parable of the prodigal son. Like I think that it's just like it's hard to express because I feel so strongly in how amazing that is, and it's just so cool. So yes, Jesus is a really cool person to talk about. More Jesus is always a good thing. I love that rotoscoping. Yeah. Yeah, you guys might not see me today if I didn't know how to do rotoscoping. Okay. Focus, Jacob. I need to do this episode. What did I need to do? Oh, yeah. I need to go into Audition. Here's my audio. Now I just need to figure this out. Okay, bye, Maggie. Thanks for coming on. That was great to have you on. Thanks for trudging through over an hour on here, or so, however long you were on here. Yes, I agree with that, Moira. I really hope that that'll keep going and progressing and become better. Okay, guys, I am going to go crazy. Oh, yes, synergy. Yeah. Yes. And I don't actually edit the main. I don't have any part in the main episodes anymore. Tyson's always been the main editor for Saints Unscripted, and I've always, here and there helped. I was kind of the second editor that did stuff, did a lot of B-roll, and do a lot of filming there. And then now I don't do anything with the Saints Unscripted main show that comes out Tuesdays and Thursdays. I only do filming for Saints Unscripted, the main, with Justin, Taylor, David, and Sam. And then I film the middle with Gaynell Lynn and edit the middle episodes. And then I, obviously do this podcast. Synergy. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. This is Miami. All right. I'm going to be a really good little soldier here, and I'm going to bust this out. Has anyone ever tried to put one of these on? You cannot see out of it. I guess I can't fit it with my headphones. And I'm not taking my headphones off because that's kind of a pain to get back on. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Developing the podcast itself, we've always wanted to have kind of a segment or like an episode per month or every couple months where we do kind of a storytelling episode. So we'll have a narrator and we'll have kind of a script going along with it. We'll have character voices, we'll have music, sound effects to really try to create a world. Anyway, it's going to be about the witnesses of the Book of Mormon because that's kind of been a big help to me throughout this faith crisis. Is that I explained early on in the podcast that I was trying to find my faith, and the one thing that's kind of keeping me in the faith or
You're welcome,
anchoring
Brendan.
me is
Good
the
to have
Book
you
of Mormon.
come on the chat.
It's really
Great chatting with
awesome that all 11 witnesses who saw the plates either saw the plates or handled the plates or saw an angel. You know, many of them left the church or had problems with the church, but not once did podcast. And I'm just narrating them. Okay, seriously, I feel like that's like 50% of my work is going through and getting rid of all of the times I clear my throat out. Oh, it got quiet. Oh, because I just... Can you hear me now? You guys can still hear me, right? It just got quiet because I wasn't really making a whole lot of noise. I'm just... Okay, we're almost there, guys. Almost done with this episode. Let's see, what have I done so far? Okay. Oh, whoops. And we should be at good levels, I think. Kind of a segment or like an prove, and I know kitty, but I guess he's pretty big for a kitty, right? Anyway, we'll see you again next time. It's kind of weird hearing me say kitty over the microphone. All 11 witnesses. go over here. My audio should update, maybe. Oh, nope. There it goes. That's what we want to see. Ah, nice even sound waves. Woohoo! Let's go. That's 9. Oh, I did that wrong. Whoops. Replaced it with itself. That one. Boom. Well, and that's it, guys. Finished an episode with me. And this will come out on Sunday, probably around noon, I think. And really loved having you guys on here. This was fun. Maybe we'll do some more in the future. And it can only get better from here, right? And it can only get better. So I will hurry and start exporting this. Ooh, by the way, since I'm in one of the middle folders here, we have an episode coming out on Monday about infertility, and it's like kind of from a husband's perspective, and I think they've been married for about 16 years, so they've been kind of dealing with that a lot, and so it's a really good episode, and he talks a lot about a lot of funny stories because he wrote a book, and it was let me actually look that up so I don't get that wrong. Because it would be really awkward if I got that wrong. So let me just quick here. Yep. Yeah, so it's the author of Shooting Blanks, A Husband's Perspective on Missing the Mark and Dealing with Infertility. Anyway, he comes on the show and it's really awesome. So I'd recommend tuning into that one. And I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this. SUP for Saints Unscripted Podcast. It's about time. You know, confession, I was actually going to release this episode on December. Oh, yep. Peace out. He is ESU. Danny Gray, great to have you on. Celeste, if you're peacing out, contact 360. And I'm about to finish up here. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. It was so fun. It was fun doing this. I was really nervous about doing it, and you guys could probably tell that at the beginning. But maybe we'll do future ones of these. Maybe we can get the other hosts in on it too. And about to send this off, and this is where things get really boring. 10 export. And then I just sit here and watch it. So anyway, well, thanks guys. It was really fun. And really fun doing this. And yeah, don't forget to watch the episode coming out Sunday. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. I think I have my handle in here on Instagram. Feel free to DM me or DM Saints Unscripted, of course, or you know, any of the hosts are also up for doing stuff like that. And how do I close these things? I kind of want to say see you next time, or I'm kind of like just sitting here like wondering what to say next. But thanks again, and we will See you next time.